It is upon us once again, and it's a whole process. Okay, once you see the final where the kids come together and do, the quiz essentially, there's a lot that happens leading up to that. Let's take a look at this, and we'll come back and chat.
On the 1st of June 2021, JHS pupils were invited to turn in their essay with a topic. As an aspiring presidential candidate, in no less than 600 words, write a convincing manifesto speech that is intended to fix the country and bring hope to political governance. The competition is meant to encourage students to think critically on developmental issues, among others, and how it can be solved. "23 schools visited. Unique Child International School, Greater Estate at Teshinungwa. Christ the King International School at Cantonments. All Saints Anglican School at Atabraka. Kebili Clare International School at East Legon. St. Paul's Lutheran Schools at Kanda. Silicon Valley International School at Ofanko. Abosokai 1 JHS at Matayeko. Happy Kids School at Kwashiman. Adentan Community School at Adenta. Edlis Montessori School at Hacho. Anchala School at Hacho. Soul Clinic International School at Cantonments. St. Martin de Porres School at Dansoman. Crown Prince Academy at Kwashiman. RV Montessori School at New Achimota. Sub School at Teshi. Cosmos School at La Paz, New Market. Shield International School at Adenta House and Down. The Light Academy at Adenta House and Down. Merton International School at Kanda. Alpha Beta Educational Institute at Dansoman. The Literacy Challenge is a nationwide campaign that promotes literacy in Ghana. The contest, which spans a 3-month period, targets junior high school students in Ghana and is an initiative of City 97.3 FM and supported by City TV. As part of the creating awareness of the writing competition, various engagements in the schools were embarked on. The first stop for the school engagement for the Literacy Challenge 2021 was at the Unique Child International School at Greater Estate in Teshinungwa. This took place on the 25th of May 2021.
All the entries are given to an examiner. We have examiners who are going to mark every single script. And then they will grade them, and then they will reduce it down to the top 50 entries. So these top 50 entries are the people who are going to be contacted to take the aptitude test. So it's not everybody who has participated who is going to take part in the aptitude test. It's just 50 contestants from the level 1 who have made it to the level 2 who are going to take the aptitude test. And it's a general knowledge aptitude test. In the general, everything around you, everything you have seen in school, everything you've heard in school.
I'm really ecstatic. I love compositions, and this is an opportunity to make people see my views on the way the government is running our nation currently.
It interests me very much because as I look at the state of the nation right now, I'm not happy in any way.
On the 27th of May, the Literacy Challenge train stopped at 2 schools, Christ the King at Cantonments and All Saints Anglican School at Atabraka.
The major problem Ghana faces is the lack of enforcement in laws and policies made by the legislature. So I would like there to be enforcement of laws.
We hope that you participate in your numbers, okay, and remember to follow those guidelines. Sometimes people will just write their names, no contact details, no guardian's name, nothing, and it's quite difficult. But maybe that essay might have made it, or was supposed to have made it, but because those details are not there, you find yourself wanting, and then you are disqualified.
So as you all know, our country is one that is developing, and then as a developing country, every country will face certain difficulties, and we have difficulties in the various sectors of our economy. Then these kind of challenges can be addressed. So I think that it's a good platform for me to view.
And they've told me how nice it feels, especially to go after level 1 and go into level 2. So I think it would also be a very nice experience for me to join and also see how it's like.
Adentan Community School in Adenta had its turn on the 1st of June 2021. On the 7th of June, Edlis Montessori School, as well as the Angela School, all in Hacho, were visited by the Literacy Challenge team. On the 8th and 9th June, the team was received by the Soul Clinic International School at Cantonments and the St. Martin de Porres at Dansoman in grand style. On the 10th of June, Crown Prince Academy at Kwashiman, as well as RV Montessori at New Achimota, had their engagement turns. SAP School, Cosmos School, Shield International, The Light Academy, Merton International School, and Alpha Beta Educational Institute took their turns with engagement session on the 11th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th respectively.
All right, welcome back. Then you saw all the excitement that's happening there. The schools are really excited. They're all prepped. They're ready. We are ready to go on 97.3 City FM as well as City TV. And we've been joined in studio by our head of programs production here at City TV and 97.3 City FM, Apioko. She's in studio. Hi.
More
How
than
are
happy.
you?
Yes.
Hope you knew I was going to do it.
Right? Welcome to the show. Yeah. Okay.
So how you doing this morning?
I'm well.
You all right? You all
I'm
right? Everything
well.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a difficult week with all the flooding. I
Yes.
haven't had any negative experiences personally, but I always get nervous when
Around
I
the
see
rain.
all of that happening. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a bit, so yeah.
Otherwise, I'm well. I'm
Okay.
happy.
Okay.
I mean, the Literacy Challenge always brings me joy.
Joy.
Yeah, I
This is
can
how many
imagine.
years now? It's
So
been-
we started in 2017. So 17, 18,
Oh.
19. Save 2020, which didn't exist. So
Yeah.
this is the 5th year.
Look
Yes,
at that.
Yeah.
of the Literacy Challenge.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
lot
But
of
it was.
work,
But
yes.
there was something else before the literature challenge.
We
right?
had the right away contract.
Right away, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, which
Okay.
I remember when Koki was in another place, I
Yeah.
would go to her and
Yes.
talk about it all
you
the
guys
time.
can come and yeah, it's true. Come and promote it over there too.
Wow.
But it's evolved. It's gotten huge,
has.
and as you can see, the steps that go into it. You and the team who go around all of these schools just to get people into what the Literacy Challenge is about, explain what the procedure is. It's a really painstaking process, but it's worth it.
It is.
In the
Okay,
end.
I was just chatting with her off air that. How does this all happen?
Where
We're-
are you?
We're sitting
Yes.
here and,
And they're out
all
and
of this
about
is happening
doing
and
so much.
all these schools and everything else.
Honestly.
Where are we in the process?
So 2022, today is day 1.
Okay.
Okay.
We're now unveiling the topic for the essay competition.
Okay.
As you know, level 1 entails writing an essay.
Yes.
Before you move on to all the other bits.
Okay.
So we're unveiling the topic today.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the
I can't wait to
students
hear
have
it.
up until the 10th of July
Okay.
to
so-
submit their
Okay,
entries.
that's a fair bit of
Yeah,
time.
so just about
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're unveiling the topic today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, we're ready.
Drum roll.
I know. We need. I wish the drummer for
Yeah,
Family Band.
I know.
was
I
there.
know,
We could give us
yes, a nice drum
proper
roll.
drum roll, you know. But all right.
But
so,
it's very simple, but it's power packed.
Okay.
Okay, so we're asking our JHS students or students who are doing the equivalent of the JHS system, so year 7 to year 9, generally
Okay.
speaking. We're asking you to imagine that you are an advisor to the Minister for Communications and Digitalization.
Okay.
You are to write to the minister advising how you can use technology, right, for essentially national development, and then also you know, I mean, just basically all the beautiful things that you can do with technology. So how can you deploy technology for poverty reduction and for national development?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a good topic. It's
Yes.
It is a good
timely,
topic. Yes.
it's relevant.
Very
Exactly. I mean,
relevant.
we're throwing the word digitalization all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Every morning there's something about technology.
Yeah.
Tech companies are popping up. You know, I was at the, I did a bit of the AFDB conference.
Yes.
All the conversations are about tech.
Tech, yeah.
And there are tech companies in Ghana that have been able to raise $1 million, $2 million. Like
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
Things are happening. So our young people, and you've got kids, David, you have a daughter. I know my children, without even telling them your password, they're
can do
inside
all
your
that
phone.
stuff.
They're doing all the things they want to do there. I was showing David a story on CNN 2 days ago.
Yes.
A 2-year-old boy. So what he did was he ordered 31 burgers. Yes, because his mom had left her phone unlocked.
Yeah.
And then he tipped the delivery guy $25.
Can you imagine?
You know,
This generation.
this generation. I mean,
You can't afford not to
No.
talk about technology
Exactly.
with them and for them to lead the conversation.
Exactly.
So this is good.
Yeah.
This is
They
a great
understand it
I like it.
differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're living it. So they're who we call the digital natives.
That's
you know.
true.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't come and meet
They didn't
payphones.
Oh,
and,
please. They don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
you know, Afuche. They all of them know flat screen TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't know a
So
world without
Yeah.
cell phones and
exactly.
computers
And it's
tablets.
interesting. Even those who live in more deprived communities, they have an idea of what technology is all about.
Listen, I was in Inzulezo about a month ago. You think that Inzulezo, in your mind, if you live in Accra, you're thinking, you know, what sort of development will they have there? Well, they have what I went to it, I saw it myself. It's called the Echo Bar.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
pub,
Yeah.
right? Called the Echo Bar. So, first of all, even the term
Echo.
echo
Echo.
alone shows
Yeah.
a certain mindset that you understand what it means, right? The concept of ecology and where we find ourselves. And then there's TVs there. And guess what? The one who owns the bar, Emmanuel Mensah, has been sending me messages from the bar. He watches City
Watches
TV
it.
from there. Shout outs to you.
Hi,
Mensah.
Emmanuel.
Hello.
Yeah, from Echo Bar in Inzulezo,
It's brilliant.
the village on stilts.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've just painted the picture so vividly. And I hear vivid is a nice term in the City TV production ecosystem at the moment. But yes, children, Ghanaian children,
Yes.
even if they're not experiencing technology on a level that they possibly could, they are experiencing it. They know what it is. And I'm sure they have brilliant ideas about what can be done with it. There's this show on Netflix now. I've forgotten exactly what it's called, but the concept of the show is this gentleman who used to build huge television sets, big concert, big ticket inventions. He's retired, so he's going to live in like his house in the forest.
Okay.
So now the concept of the show is children can call into his home. So he has a team of builders, and they tell, I want an alligator that spits alewa. And then he and his team have to build it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, very interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of cool. Though.
Children dream.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
dream. And I can just imagine the things that they'll be advising our Minister of Communications and
Yeah.
Digitalization to do to
Challenge.
reduce poverty,
Yeah.
especially those who are experiencing poverty themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so to reduce poverty and
agree.
then to develop
Like
the
it.
nation.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Wow.
So this start today.
Today,
So people can start submitting
I mean, if you
From
can
today?
write your essay in the next 2 hours and bring it to City,
Okay.
we'll take it.
all the way up to 10th of July.
10th of July.
You're
Yes.
receiving submissions.
So they can either drop it off at the front desk of City TV, City FM. We're behind the Adabraka police station in Accra, behind the Adabraka police station. Or if you're outside of Accra, you can't make it here, you can write to the Literacy Challenge, PO Box GP 14123,
Yeah.
Accra Central, and then we'll get your entries.
Fantastic.
Yes, every day we're checking the mail.
every day,
Yes,
right?
every day we're checking the mail.
And
So the
essay
script has to be
su-
in their
yeah.
own
Yes,
handwriting?
your own handwriting.
Okay.
And that's very important. And I'll explain why. I know a lot of people will ask, why are we, you're talking about technology, but we're
Digitalization, you
asking
want
you
the-
to write. It's very easy for a parent or a teacher or a guardian to
Yeah.
type something,
course.
you know.
Of course.
Also, Kokri, you know, you do music, you have sheet music. There's always something about being able to write things down. David, I write. Now most of my poems, I plug them into Google Docs from day one. But there's always something about writing. It's an art and a skill that mustn't be lost. So apart from the fact that I want to know that it's the children who wrote it, the students who wrote it in their own handwriting, we also want to be able to maintain. So I am not doing my first copybook.
Charlie, my kids are on that now. First, second, for for handwriting.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a good skill.
Yes.
That they need
so your own handwriting, and then it must be endorsed by a parent or a guardian, because these are minors. I mean, JHS. Typically, there are a few outliers who may be 18 already, but typically your JHS student is, let's say, 12 to 16 at most. They're minors. So if you're asking them to move around the country, come to point A to come and write a test, do this, do that, there's money involved because the grand prize is 10,000 Ghana cedis and a trophy. 10,000 whole Ghana cedis in this economy. You know,
I know.
If you're asking them to do all these things, they need their parents or their guardians involved. A teacher can also endorse. I know there are some children who unfortunately don't have their parents, they're orphans, or they don't live with them. Their teachers are the ones who we've experienced that. They're the ones who are pushing them, driving them to be better, to grow better, to become the best they can be. Once it's endorsed by an adult who has some kind of legal rights over you, then that's fine. Yes. And then full contact details. Sometimes we receive brilliant entries, no name, no phone number, no address, and then we can't reach them. Yes.
Please, let that be the first thing you write.
There are instances when, I think it's happened twice, where the best essay in the lot, and this is thousands, external examiners adjudged it the best essay, and they didn't have contact details.
Oh, wow.
How painful.
And I mean, in one of the cases, eventually, the father reached out and said, oh, you know, I heard my son's name and this and this and this. I were able to trace it. But in the other instance, you know, we couldn't. So,
please write your name and contact information first when you start your essay. Top of the page.
Yes.
Before you continue.
And their school as well. We also like to know the schools they go to. And so we can also give some prominence.
No, and I think it's very important.
And their ages too.
Yeah, it's very important because your school environment, you spend so many hours in school a week. You know, and the schools need to be highlighted as well. If they're doing good work to produce great students, it's important for us to highlight them as well.
Before you go, just to clarify, I mean, most of the schools we saw you visiting are here in Accra.
Yes.
Is this for kids all over the country?
It's a national competition.
Awesome.
And we've had students in the top 10, top 3 from WA, you know, and I'm using WA because we're down south, and that's all the way up there.
I remember that, yeah.
In fact, there's a young lady who made it into the top 10 2 years in a row. She came from WA.
Yeah.
You know, so it's for students all over the country. Once you're in school in Ghana, you're a JHS student or you're 7, 8, 9 student, this is for you. Take advantage of it. And when you get to level 3, at the very end, you meet your quiz mistress.
A very nice quiz mistress.
She is though. She's very motherly. I'm sure she imagines her children's like,
exactly.
These are my children too.
Yeah, you got to be kind to them.
Yes. And David, I mean, last year you were the chief invigilator during the aptitude test.
I absolutely loved it.
He enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great stuff.
Great work. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
The Literacy Challenge. It is on and popping, as somebody would say.
Yeah.
In an American accent.
Yeah, in an American accent.
It's on and popping.
Popping.
But send your submissions and don't forget contact information. Name.
So who's supporting us? Who's sponsoring?
Yeah, so we have 2 sponsors. The Vodafone Ghana Foundation.
Okay.
And Prospectus Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. Also very digitally inclined.
Yes. Yeah. Great company.